Hello everyone, it's Glenda and welcome back to my channel Creative Grandma. I hope everyone is having a happy crochet or knitting day. Well, it's yarn swatch time and I know everybody has been seeing that new Premier Sweet Roll Vivid yarn out there. So I finally got all my samples made up, and it took me a little longer because when you look at the yarn, you're going to notice that I had to work almost the whole cake in order to show you any type of repeat. So it almost takes the whole full cake to get a repeat of this yarn. So let's discuss this yarn a little bit and get a more in-depth review of what I think of the yarn and what the 8 different colorways really look like when it's crocheted up. So let's begin, and we're going to start. It's the Premier Sweet Roll Vivid. It's brand new by Premier. It comes in 174 yards, 160 meters, 3.5 ounces, and 100 grams. It is classified as a number 4 medium weight yarn. It's 100% acrylic. It's machine wash warm, tumble dry. I like that it has been tested and improved against 350 harmful substances, and I love that it's machine wash and dryable. Now the price of the Sweet Roll Vivid is $5.99 a cake. And they have 8 different colors, and I have all 8 different colors to show you. Now the only thing I couldn't figure out, probably because it's a new yarn, is that all their sweet rolls are $5.99, but they all have 5 ounces except the Vivid. It's still 100% acrylic. It's basically the same yarn, only you're getting vivid, bright colors. So you get less yarn in the Sweet Roll Vivid than you do the regular Sweet Rolls. So not sure why they cut down on the amount of yarn in the cake. I think it would have been nice if they had the same amount of 5 ounces for the same price. But because it's a new yarn, I'm not sure why they did that. Now, my experience with the Premier Sweet Rolls, the Vivid or any of the other ones, it's a nice acrylic. It's wonderful to work with, and it's basically about the same as most 100% acrylics. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first colorway. Now, the first colorway I'm going to show you is Primary. This is the cake of yarn. This is what it looks like, and this is what it looks like worked up. So this is color 2100-01 Primary. You can see it has all these beautiful colors. Now this is how much I had left over, because when I first started, I was going to work until I seen the repeats start because I wanted to get the video done. Now some of these I worked almost all the way to the end. But let's take a look. I started with the light yellow. It went to the gold, orange, red, burgundy, the darker blue, then a dark green, green, dark green, and then you're going to see the colors are going to reverse. So once you get to this dark green and the light green, then it's going to go back to the dark green, the blue, the dark blue, the burgundy, and repeat the other way. So you can see how it's just reversing. Once it gets to the green, then it's going to reverse the other way. And then when you look at the skein of yarn, you're going to see it's going to go to the gold, and then it's going to go back to the orange, and then the burgundy, and then the blue, and then the dark green. So it goes to the one color right here, it reverses, and then it's going to go to the gold, and then it's going to go to the yellow, and then it's going to reverse and start doing these colors back to the green. I hope that makes sense of how it looks. Now, when I was doing my stitch patterns, I made them all the same except one, because my bright idea was I'm going to do them all in the same stitch pattern, square them off, do a border, and then just put a sampler blanket together with all these different colorways, because I buy all this yarn, I make the samples, and then the samples just get thrown in a pile. So this is my idea for a project with some of my samples. I'm just going to go ahead and square this up, put a nice little border around it, and then I'm going to join the blocks together and just use these samples up. So this was the first of the 8 colorways. This is primary. This is what it looks like on the skein, and that is color number 2100-01 primary. That's what the yarn looks like, and this is how it works up. The next colorway is beautiful pinks, purples, and blues. And this is color Dragonfly, color 2100-03. Now, when you purchase the yarn, you may be starting with a different color than I am. You may be starting with the pink or the purple. This cake started with the blue down here. It went to the green, and then you can see it started to reverse to that blue that was here, a darker blue, and then you get this purple, and then a purplish color up here, pink, and then you go to, I'm not even sure how to classify this color, like a burgundy pink. And then right in the center of the burgundy, you're going to see it's going to reverse the colors. So these vivid colors seem to go to a certain point and then reverse. And then they get to a certain point and then reverse back. So when you look at this, when you get to this color, you're going to see it's going to reverse and go back to this pink here, then the purple, then the blue, then the light blue, and then the green. So this is how much I had left on the cake. I should have just worked the whole thing up. I don't know why I didn't. It was just taking so long. But this is how this colorway looks. And when you get to the green, you're going to see that when you're looking at the skein, the green is going to reverse and go to this blue, and then it's going to go to this purple, and then it ends with that purple. Because this yarn is kind of unique in how it works up to a certain point, and then it reverses, like here it goes up, and then it reverses and goes back through these colors. What you want to do is when you end your cake of yarn, depending on where it ends, like this is ending on the green, so you're seeing it goes from blue to green, and then it's going to go back to blue. So you might want to try to match up your second skein, even if you have to pull some out of the center to get to the next color to keep the sequence going in order. If you want to color control, then you would have to do that. You just put your fingers in there and you would pull that center out, or wherever it's going to be, to the color you need. Work that section and then just use the yarn and color control it if you're trying to make something where you want it to be pretty much uniform. So that is my suggestion with this yarn. Or you can just add the next skein and just let it flow where it may. So that is the second color, and this again was Dragonfly, color 2100-03. So the next colorway is very vivid. These are very fluorescent colors here with that fluorescent green and orange. This one is color Neon Signs, color 2100-07. So you can see those truly bright colors in this one. Now, this is a new cake, so I'm going to set it here, but this is what I had left over. So let's review these colorways. I started with the orange. You're going to see a light orange, a little darker orange. Then you're going into the pinks. And it's really hard to see. So if you look right here, you're going to see it's just a touch darker. This is the center point. And then you're going to see where it's going to reverse. You're going to go back into that light pink, and then you're going to do the orange, and then a little bit of that brighter orange here. And right here, you can see just a touch of where I started, that lighter color. And then you start with the new sequence of the fluorescent yellow, then you go into the green, and then right into the center of the wide part of the green, you're going to see that the colors are reversing again. So right in the center of the green, you're going to have your green on green, then you're going to go to the light color, the light orange, the next color, the darker orange, then get into that pinkish orange, and then you're getting into the pink. So then when you look at the yarn that is left on my cake, I can't believe I didn't just finish the cake. But anyhow, you can see that I'm working on the pink. So it would have a larger pink section. And then in the middle of the pink, it's going to reverse. And you can see it's starting the orange again. So then it's just going to come back and work itself backwards to these colors. And again, I found almost all 8 colorways are doing the reverse pattern. So please keep that into consideration when you're trying to plan a project, because you may enjoy that reversal of color, or you may have to plan around that reversal of color. So just be aware of the reversing of the colors if you want to color control. So that again was the Neon Signs color 2100-07. The next colorway is color Moonbeam, color 2100-08. So this is what the yarn looks like. So this one, if you look at it, you're going to have the blue, the green, the yellow, then go into the orange, and when you hit the pink, it's kind of like your split zone. You're going to see your pink and pink, and then it starts reversing itself again. You're going to see pink, then it goes into the orange, a little bit darker orange, a little bit lighter orange, the yellow, the green, the other colors of green, and then it goes back into the blue. And then when you look at my skein of yarn, then when you look at the blue and you look at what yarn I have left over, then it starts the repeat all over again. You're going to end the blue up here and then go into the greens, yellow, orange, and then you're going to have the pink, and then it's going to reverse back. So kind of a unique way of putting these self-striping yarns together by that reversal of colors. So again, just pay attention to where you're joining that new cake of yarn. That was Moonbeam color 2100-08. And that is what the yarn looks like, and that is the sample. The next colorway is color number 2100-05, Lava Lamp. So this is what it looks like on the cake of yarn, and this is what it looks like worked up. Now I thought this was a beautiful colorway for fall, so let's go over the repeat. Again, you're going to see where we started with the dark orange. It goes to light orange, golden yellow, yellow, and then right down through the center of the yellow, you're going to see the repeat. It's yellow, yellow, it goes back to the gold on each side, then the orange, orange, darker orange, darker orange. And then you're going to go into a reddish color, a pinkish red, a burgundy, and purple. Once you get to the center of the purple, you're going to see the colors reversing. It's going to go back through these colors, so it's just going to go up this way, but use the colors in the opposite direction. So this is really messed up, but you're going to see that it's going to go from the light orange to the gold to the yellow, and then it's going to reverse and go back into those colors, and it's going to end with that darker orange. So just a beautiful colorway, I thought, for fall. I'm really wondering what this Afghan's going to look like when I square this up. I'm going to have to rip part of this out, so you're only going to see part of the repeat when I do the sampler blanket. So I just thought this was a really beautiful colorway for fall. It almost has every color of fall leaves in this colorway. So I just thought that was really pretty. And again, it's called Lava Lamp color 2100-05. The next colorway is Glowworm. This colorway is color 2100-02, Glowworm. This is what it looks like on the skein, and then this is what it looks like worked up. So let's go ahead, take a closer look, and look at the reversal of the colors. Again, you're going to see where it started with the darker orange. It went into the lighter orange, the yellow, the green. Right in the center of the green, you're going to see where it goes green, green, then back to the yellow, the orange, and then the darker orange. And then it's going to start with the pink, the purple, the blue, the black. And then you're going to see once it hits the black section, it's going to reverse blue, blue, purple, pink, orange, and then into the yellow. And then it's going to go into the green. So I had that green left over. So once it gets down to the green, then it's going to go back to the yellow and repeat itself in the opposite direction. Now that black is really high contrast, so I think that black throws this colorway off. I mean, this is just my opinion, and remember, these videos are just my opinion. So if you're making a smaller project, I'm not sure if I would like that black in there because it's so stark. But if you're making a larger project where the black can repeat itself within these colors, then I think it looks fine. But to work up one whole cake of yarn, now this one only had one black colorway. It's going to end with that green. My next cake, you can see that I have more than one section of the black repeat. So this probably would have looked a lot nicer worked up than just the one with the one black color repeat. So again, that was color 2100-02 Glowworm. The next colorway is called, it's electric. It's color 2100-06. So this is what it looks like on the cake. Now this cake has two yellows. This one only had one. So let's go ahead and take a closer look. So when you look at this sample, I started with that darker purple, went into the pinks, the orange, and yellow. When you got to the yellow, you can see it reversed its colors and went back to the orange and worked back down to the pink, and then you're seeing where it goes back into that darker purple color, and then it's going to start repeating itself back the other way, and it's going to be pink, orange, yellow going up through this way. So when you look at the skein, again, here is the pink, and then it's going to go into the orange, and then it's going to end with the yellow right here. So it's just reversing those colors in the opposite direction. So this is what the yarn looks like, and this was color, it's electric, color 2100-06. Now the last colorway, I'm in the middle of doing my video, and I realized I made two samples with the same color and forgot to work up this colorway. So I'm just going to show it to you, and then I'm going to compare the two samples that I worked up with the same yarn and see if there's a difference in what it looks like. So this colorway is color Tetra, color 2100-04. So when you look at this one, you're going to see you're going to have the green, and then you're going to have this other color, the blue, the purple, and then it's going to reverse, I think, in the purple, and then you're going to go back to the blue, and then the teal, and then the green, and then it's going to reverse again and go from the green to the teal to the blue. So very pretty colorway. I can't believe I didn't realize I didn't work this one up. But let's take a look at the two samples that I made with the same colorway, and I did use two different stitches. So when I first started making my samples, I was going to make them all different stitch patterns, but I made them all using the single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet. This one was half double crochet. But when you look, I'm just going to match these colorways up right here. So this one started at a different colorway, but when you look at the samples, even though they're different stitch patterns, you're going to see that the repeats are the same. It just looks a little bit differently depending on what stitch pattern you're using. So again, this is half double crochet. This one kind of makes it look like the stitches are brighter. This one, because I'm using that high-low stitch, kind of just crunches those colors together a little more, but it just gives you a comparison of, it does look slightly different depending on what stitch pattern you're using, but you can see that the colors are still in the same sequence of how they go from the blue to the green to the yellow, orange, pink, match up the orange, yellow, green, and reversing the colors. So it's up to you to decide now what you think of this yarn and that reversal of the colors of the yarn. If you like something like this, it's still a self-striping yarn, and they're very vivid colors. So these are the 7 colorways that I showed you today, and I'm so sorry about this one. I did not realize I did not work that one up, but you can visualize how that will look. So sorry about all those ends of the cakes there behind the yarn, but I just wanted to show you what these look like worked up. Maybe seeing them side by side can give you a better indication of what they really look like. Now, I hope this video has been helpful, because so many new yarns come out and you see them on the cake and they're so very pretty, and you just don't know how they work up until you sit down and start making yourself some sample swatches. So I hope learning more about this yarn can help you make a better informed decision on your yarn purchases. So thank you everybody for stopping by today. I hope this video has got you inspired to maybe try a new yarn. I'll have a special link in the description box if you want to view the colors or the yarns on Premier's website. Just click that link and it'll take you right to the Premier Sweet Roll Vivid page. So thank you everybody for stopping by, and happy crocheting!